What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and I was literally moments away from posting a video that I put together. I checked on Twitter. I saw that the game put out details in regards to Title Update 15.1. It has a lot of important information, so I needed to pivot this morning, change it, so that's exactly what I'm bringing you right now. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, and remember, we are currently having a giveaway for an Xbox Series X. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on July 4th of this year. You can see here, my friends, the game just put out a tweet, and it says the following: the TU 15.1 patch will be installed during the scheduled maintenance on May 31st. You can find the list of fixes on our forum, and they list a link, which I will leave in the description down below. And then they go on to say, in prioritizing this hotfix, the Fairview crew apparel event will now be pushed out to 1 week to start on May 31st. And trust me when I say I'm pretty bummed out about that. I love these apparel events. I was looking forward to jumping into it tomorrow. However, these fixes that they're talking about in 15.1 sound great, and the fact that they're being, brought to the game as quickly as they are, I think is a great thing. So 1 more week, in my opinion, is an okay wait time to ensure that we get certain things we're looking for. Jumping into the notes, my friends, and again, to be clear, this patch is not happening tomorrow. It is happening next week on the 31st. Now, starting off with weapons and gear, you can see that the new exotics Dread Edict, Blue Screen, and Catharsis Mask cannot be obtained from the exotic cache and are not available in the general loot pool anymore. And the reason it's being brought up now is the way it is supposed to work is that you cannot have access to those weapons unless you go through the seasonal reward track. Now, some people have been able to get them early, but starting next week, you'll only be able to get them initially if you go through that reward track or if someone happens to give you one. Below that, they mentioned that the Blue Screen and the Dread Edict exotic weapons are now going to be displayed on the wall in the shooting range. They fixed an issue, or they're going to fix an issue with the chill-out mask, making sure it shows the Heliguard branding. They're going to fix an issue where the Dread Edict exotic SVD is not stacking the perfect focus armor talent. And finally, players will no longer be able to gain disruptor round stacks by shooting wildlife and dead NPCs with the Blue Screen exotic LMG. I'm sorry to laugh, but I didn't realize that was the thing people were doing. It's just amazing how people can find certain workarounds for things. Anyway, moving on with some more notes, starting with Countdown, you can see they're going to fix an issue with players getting stuck on 100% loading screen after exiting Countdown mode. They will also be fixing an issue where the enemy NPC spawning in the reactor after the encounter has been completed. And finally, they're going to fix an issue where the hunters are being shown as Black Tusk on the inspect frame on the desk screen. Below that, they talk about some changes that are going to be made to the expertise system. You can see they say the Donate All Junk button functionality will be fixed and should be giving the same number of materials regardless of the menu category. Upgrade grades are now displayed on skill and signature weapons in the inventory similar to gear and weapon items. The grade is also displayed in the expertise menu. Finally, they fixed an issue with the upgrading animation not being displayed when upgrading a skill or signature weapon in the expertise menu as well. Moving on, my friends, to some of the issues that players were having in regards to the Manhunt and things just not working properly. Now, you can see here there are a laundry list of things that are going to be fixed next week, and as always, if there's anything going on in your gameplay that they do not address here, please let me know in the section down below, and I'll try to get you the details as quick as I can. The one thing I do want to highlight from this page is that they're going to be fixing an issue where only the session owner received an encryption key after completing Manhunt in a group. Now, moving forward, players should no longer be missing the decryption key when resuming their personal progression after doing the decryption mission with the group. Now, the game did mention last week if you were in that position where you were in a group, you ended it, you didn't get the actual key, you do have the option of restarting the Manhunt all over again if you choose, but if you happen to wait till next week, you'll get the key then, so it's totally up to you, my friends. You can restart it or just wait a few more days. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I had actually already recorded a previous video before I noticed that the game put out this information this morning, and there are a few things I want to touch base on. Most of you know on Mondays I like to answer some of your questions, and by far the number one question was, do I think the Heartbreaker gear set should get a nerf? And my answer is absolutely not. And the reason I say that is we just got this gear set. Obviously, lots of people are going to use it. They're enjoying it. So in my opinion, give it time and we need to see how it balances out. Now, the main reason I say that is we were just down this road. Well, not just, I mean, it's been a minute, but whenever, title update, whatever it was, and we got the Scorpio shotgun and Hunter's Fury and everyone was saying, you gotta nerf it. They didn't change a thing and everything did eventually balance out. Now, it's important to mention, I'm referencing PvE. I know there are major issues with this gear set in PvP. I cannot speak to that because I don't typically play that game mode. However, in my opinion, there needs to be a better balance between the two game modes because it's unfair to both sides of the coin if they're going to nerf one thing one way and it's just one of those things where there should be balancing, so I sincerely hope moving forward it's really worked on. Finally, my friends, I want to talk about exotic weapons dropping in Countdown. Now, the game did just reference this morning the fact that certain exotics, the new ones in the game, should not be in the general loot pool, or you should not be able to obtain them from exotic caches as yet. Now, they're making that change next week. However, what I'm talking about now is the amount of exotics that actually drop in Countdown. For me, I've yet to encounter one exotic in Countdown. I've played a bunch of times, and I know for a lot of players, they've noticed the drop rate seems to be lower as well. Therefore, my friends, do me a favor. If you play Countdown, let me know what it's been like for you when you're farming for exotics. Which ones are you trying to get? The backpack LMGs? I've tried everything. Nothing has dropped. I play on Xbox. I'm wondering if it's different for different platforms. It shouldn't matter. But again, let me know what's going on in your gameplay down below. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support. Now, as far as the rest of the week goes, I'll be doing the vendor reset tomorrow. I'm also going to be putting out a video in regards to farming exotics and other things, and as always, if you have anything you want to see, please let me know as well. As I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Activated. Incoming. High risk hostile.